with you, and I figured I haven't done any postcards in quite a long time, so that's what we're doing today. And I made some painty paper over on my Patreon, and so I'm gonna use that as my base. I've made also some dragonflies, also going to be available on my Patreon. I made them using this watercolor paper and some obviously watercolor, and then I use my fountain pen to draw them. I'm quite happy with how they turned out. I've scanned them and will probably be making some, I'm thinking maybe stickers, not quite sure. We shall see. And these will be in my Etsy store when I do my new release. I have a bunch of different stickers and things that I'm preparing to release, and when I do that I will release these postcards at the same time. So if you're interested, once the newsletter is out, it will be, I will also make a video sharing all the new release, and they will be in the store at that time. I'm not doing them ahead because I want everything to be released all at the same time. So that's my thought on this, and I think they're going to be pretty. Depending on how they turned out, I might also scan them and create some card toppers using them. I've done that. Part of the new release are some card toppers that I've made using the scan of some of the ATCs that I had created and sold in my, I sold the originals, but I scanned them prior to selling them, and now I've got some prints made out, and I think they're really pretty. Obviously they're not like the originals, but I still think they're really pretty and can make some really fun cards. So hopefully you guys will think so as well. I try to scan my work because of the fact that it's one thing to be able to sell the original, but obviously when you're an artist and you're trying to make some money, it's hard. You know, like you can only sell so many. So if I can scan it, and I can, you know, sell the printed versions at a much discounted price versus the original art. And I know that a lot of artists do that. I know that the Unexpected Gypsy does that, and I figure that's probably the way to go, because otherwise there's no way I can't, I wouldn't be able to I can only make so many, and it takes me a long time to create the original art, obviously. So I'm getting better at scanning my work and getting it printed. Quite happy with the new designs. I really hope that you guys like them. Some fun stickers, and I try to purchase them when the manufacturer where I purchase them makes discounts, so that I can have bigger quantity for smaller amount of price, and therefore keep my price lower for you guys. I want to try to make my own. I've purchased a class to do that, but I have a lot going on in my life right now, and I haven't taken the time to watch the class yet, because there's a lot of other things that are more priority in my list of to-dos. So, you know, you can only do so much in a day, and you have to decide what is the #1 priority, and then so on, and that hasn't been a priority, but I do have it, and I do want to do it. Hopefully I can get to it sooner rather than later, but it's just like my garden. I have pretty much abandoned it. You will see in the newsletter the big announcement. Obviously my Patreons are already aware of it. I've been keeping them up to track, sharing pictures and so on with them, which is the benefit of being part of my Patreon. It's also, you know, much easier for me to share there, because there's, as I mentioned many times before, there's not as many people that can actually watch, so there's less negativity that might come, and everybody's very, very supportive, and so I feel that I can be more vulnerable over there, even though I have shared here much more in the recent months. And I do the double glue because if whoever purchases the postcard wants to ship them out, mail them out in regular mail, they can do that without the risk of the postcard falling apart. Obviously you can put your postcard as well in an envelope if you prefer, if you're afraid. But all my postcards, I've always made it safe. It's never been a problem. The little corner that's lifting, and to do this I use some old calendar pages. I love recycling as much as possible. That's one of my big things. If I can recycle papers and such, I do it. Love thrifting. That's also why, you know, in my Etsy store there's a lot of vintage items that have been thrifted. I love giving new life to things, and I love bringing vintage items to people, because sometimes you're looking for this special gift that will have a special meaning and you can't find it, and it's kind of nice if you can find it online. And that's the benefit of these days, having all these platforms that you can ship from. Okay, so those are all glued. The next step that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edge it, because I prefer everything to be edged. I don't know, this is a personal preference, but you don't have to do that, obviously. But I like the look that it gives. I just think it finishes it off better than if it's just like that. But as I said, that's my personal preference. I've already written my name on the back because I sometimes forget to sign them. So that's been done already. Now what I don't know for these is what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna put some other paper on these or just leave it as is and just add the dragonfly design to the top. Or do I want to add, like for example, a book page for extra design? Kind of like my background here, so I'm not sure. I wasn't quite convinced. That's why I didn't pull out any other paper. Figured I would do one and take it from there. Let's see. Here. I feel like my marker is not working as well as it used to. Don't know if that's my old one or it's because they all end up having this little indentation because of the fact that I press on it, so it's after a while they all look like my older one, even if they're newer. Okay, so that's all done. Now for these, I have a feeling I want to tear it more than, maybe that's what's gonna make the card, is the fact that it's gonna be torn, the edge. These I made so that the two would go together. And I tried to go with colors that I thought were going to be nice with the postcard. And I've got some Tim Holtz sentiments. And I've got a feeling I want to go with the black. About or do I just leave it like that? Kind of like it feels a bit like a painting, like something you could frame actually. So I think I'm gonna go with just like that. Maybe whoever gets them, that's what they'll do with them, is frame them instead of mailing them out or even using them. I feel like they're little pieces, well, they're a piece of art, right? But I feel because of the watercolor paper, it's even more so. It feels even more so, if that makes sense. Yeah, I like it that way. I don't want it changed. Okay, so then I'm not sure how I want it. Don't know if I want it maybe just like that. Sure. Embrace your journey. These would make a nice set of frames for somebody that likes dragonflies. And here we go. So that's the second one. I really love these. Honestly, like, this is probably one of my favorite sets of postcards. I really adore how my dragonflies came out. I just think they're so pretty and whimsical, and yeah. I was thinking I could add some stickles to the wings, but I like the watercolor feeling to him, so I don't think I want to, but that would have been an option, and it was something I was considering. Here we go. I'll read what I chose afterwards when I show them at the end. The words. Hopefully I'll remember. And we've got one last one to do, and this one has 2 little dragonflies. I was thinking of adding them together, because the first one I had done was this one and it was a bit small. I figured could do include 2. Like so. I think I'm going to put happy together. Go. Oh, I really like these. So this one says happy together, and then this one says life is a grand adventure, see possibility everywhere, embrace your journey, and and heart and soul. And I really love them. So I hope that you love them as much. And as I said, they will be coming to my Etsy store release, but I don't know exactly what date that will be, but it should be this week. So check out when the newsletter comes out. I will try to have a video come out as well, and then this will be released, and you can find it in my Etsy store. So love you guys. See you soon. Bye.